Hello, it's Christian here again from mymindfulguru.com, partnering up with Vivo Life to bring you 4 meditation videos where we're teaching you the fundamental aspects of meditation to give your mind that understanding so that we can be long-term effective meditators. This session, in session 4, we're going to be talking about the difference between attention, awareness, and also we're going to help define mindfulness a little bit, because when we're learning meditation, there's all sorts of these different types of meditation and what does it all mean, and it's very confusing if we sit down to meditate and we've heard all of these different terms. And of course, each term can elicit a different thought in your mind than it does to somebody else, and then we're all sitting down with a different concept which could really mess with our meditative process. What do we mean by attention? So attention is how we start in meditation. You might have noticed that in all of the practices so far, they've all been mindfulness practices, because mindfulness practices have what's called an anchor point. So we use something to point our attention to, and we call that the object. And when we point our attention to something and we sustain it there, allowing thoughts to come and go, but gently bringing our attention back to our anchored attention point. It can be the breath, it can be the point between the eyebrows, it can be sound. This is an attention exercise. This is not the full scope of where you will arrive with meditation. This is just how we start. And if you go and learn in the NHS or in any sort of clinical type practice, especially in the UK where I've taught before, this is kind of where the buck stops. They tend not to take you any further than just paying attention on purpose, non-judgmentally to the present moment. The definition of mindfulness: paying attention to something that you've picked, you've chosen to do it, it's on purpose. Non-judgmentally just means that we're allowing the thoughts to come and go, and if judgments come along, we allow them to come and go, so we're not thinking of things to be good and bad, we're just accepting them as they are. And the present moment is just, well, I'm breathing in the present moment, my forehead's in the present moment, everything that I'm paying attention to is in the present moment. So that's kind of our mindfulness. Mindfulness is an attention. Attention, by definition, can be tension. So if we are one-pointed in a samadhi sense towards something, an object, that can be quite tense. It is an exclusive process because it excludes stuff. Attention and mindfulness is exclusive. It might be worth writing this down. Attention will be focusing on one thing. Imagine it's your breath in this moment, in this moment, in this moment. If we're focused on our breath, we are excluding the sound of the birds, the heart, the sensations in the body, the wind, the sun, the air, all of these things. We are excluding things so that we can focus on this one thing and keep bringing our attention back. Thought takes you away, bring your attention back. Thought takes you, bring your attention back. Now, that's very, very good. And this is how we start. We start with attention. This is how we become effective meditation practitioners. Then someone might say to me, well, what's awareness? Awareness is what you are. Awareness is when we get to the next stage of our meditation where we no longer hold object. Now, this is something that's very, very difficult to explain, and it's something that will happen for you, but it's good to talk about it a little bit so that we have some sort, so we can hang a hook on it a little bit, just mentally, because it helps. If I'm focusing on my breath in this moment, or the point between my eyebrows, which is my favorite because it's the most rapid way to moving the energy in the body for anyone, any beginner. If I'm focusing here, and then gradually I allow other aspects that can be experienced of existence into my awareness. Imagine a vase, and in that vase is your awareness, and you've only got the space between your forehead in that vase, and then a thought comes in, but you that disappears because you bring your attention back to the space between the eyebrows. So that's all that's in there, aside from a few thoughts, maybe an itch that you have on your butt, something like that. Then what happens is, with time, you sustain attention in there, you allow your vase to fill with other aspects of your experience. Now, I always say, go from the micro to the macro, start here, then expand out, and we'll feel the face. And we'll do this in our sitting practice in just a moment. We will feel it on the face. We will then expand our awareness. We're still feeling here, but now we're feeling the whole body. We will expand it further. We're basically allowing the picture to fill out. We're allowing the whole picture to emerge and realizing that if we don't just have one object meditation, but we are openly aware, we are then embodying the deeper consciousness, awareness, spirit, soul. Remember all that stuff we talked about? We're embodying that, identified as our true self. And this is the place where all questions are answered. This is the place where all knowledge really is, where we no longer need counsel. This thing that we've been speaking about, this intangible state of tranquility and serene being. So we've started here, we broadly fill it out, and soon the vase is just, we are the vase. We are the empty space. Instead of we are being this point, or we are the breath, we are the empty space which holds everything, which holds the sound of the birds and the bees and the crickets and the wind. And this is why it's very good to meditate outside. Meditation outside is meditation times 1,000. In nature, under a tree, bum on the ground, will always be easier than inside a building. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. We know that attention is tension and it's exclusive. We want to be inclusive. So we're going to start with attention, and we are going to broaden our tension out into a very soft focus. Write down soft focus, because that is truly what we are. The ability to perceive, feel, experience everything that is, the empty space of the vase. So we remember our sitting practice. Of course, if we can't sit on the ground, we can sit in a chair. Palms up on the knees, back straight, head tilted back ever so slightly. And we begin by paying attention to the space between the eyebrows with the eyes rolled back ever so slightly. We are already aware of any thoughts and any sensation. We are already aware that we are not rejecting, we are accepting, we are not judging, and we can observe those judgments and not indulge them. We can allow thoughts, judgments, everything to come and go like strangers in the street. Whether they linger or repeat is irrelevant. We've chosen to sit, we've chosen to be still, and we're paying attention to the space between the eyebrows. Now gradually become aware of the eyebrows themselves and trace the sensation from the space between the eyebrows to the eye sockets. And just imagine like soft treacle rolling down your face, or warm light from the sun coming down the eyes. You'll notice the muscles in the eyes start to relax as you become aware of these parts of the body. We come further down and we're aware of the cheeks and the nose, the tip of the nose. Still aware of the space between the eyebrows, but we're just expanding what we can experience further. We're aware of the whole face now. Expanding round further, aware of the side of the head and the ears. Now expanding to be aware of the top of the skull. Become aware of the shoulders and allow them to relax further if they can. Become aware also of the arms, trace down the arms and become aware all the way to the hands, all the way down the diaphragm, the stomach and the abdomen, all the way down to the coccyx, following our legs, all the way down to our feet. So now we can feel the space between the eyebrows and we can feel the whole body. Bring your awareness as though you're looking through your eyes to see something, and you'll notice that you can see colors or you can see darkness. Be aware of the feeling of the body, the feeling of the space between the eyebrows, and be aware of looking through your eyes and realizing that you are inside the body, looking through your eyes and studying the backs of your eyelids. Feel the body and watch the colors or the shapes or the darkness, and just be with it and accept. As we're aware that we're in the body, expand your awareness, still being aware of the body, to anything that you can hear. Maybe high-pitched ringing, maybe something in the vicinity where you are, cars, wind, movements, and notice that we can be aware of the body and be aware of sound at the same time. The awareness is able to hold multiple stimuli in one go. If you feel any sensation in the body, like the desire to itch, notice that desire and try and notice where it's come from. Who was it that wanted to itch? Watch the itch without scratching. Now bring your awareness to the belly button and the stomach, and imagine a ball of fire in the stomach, and that fire is expanding and roaring out, creating an orb of light which surrounds the whole body. And that orb of light is like a balloon filling up with this powerful hot energy. It's expanding further and further, and you can just imagine this balloon of energy around your body going further and further away from the body, and we can still hear the sounds, and we're still aware of the point between the eyes and the body. Now just allow your awareness to be wherever it goes. Allow it to go to sound or sensation, anything that you can feel or experience. Just allow your awareness to be completely open. The open vase. We are the space within the vase. And we are open to all experience, but we are not identified with any one. And now we'll bring an end to this short practice. We will blink the eyes. Sometimes I bring the hands together, say thank you. I'm grateful for this deeper level of awareness. And then we take the meditation and realize that the real meditation really begins, because now we take this deeper level of awareness and we can be of service to our brothers and sisters on the planet and the planet as a whole. And it's a very, very powerful thing to go forward with, a deep sense of awareness of all that is, rather than just that object mindful practice. So now we've covered so much material in just 4 short sessions. We understand that we can deepen this awareness through different practices and by adding different aspects to the practice, and we can deepen our awareness by our intellectual and cognitive understanding of what these concepts mean. So we've got the understanding arm of it and then the experiential arm of it, and both of them are needed in order to over the course of our life to deepen this awareness, so that we can be more of that human being and less of a battered, passive thought thinking zombie like unfortunately so many of us have had to be, including myself of course. I hope you've enjoyed these sessions for Vivo Life, and if you have enjoyed them and you want to find out more, or you want one-to-one sessions on the video chat, hit me up at mymindfulguru.com or email me at mymindfulguru@mail.com, or message me on social media. We can have a free taster chat about how I might be able to help you, yourself, your family, your business become more conscious with various practices and techniques. And I hope to see you soon. And of course, I kept my best shirt for the final video. I hope you've enjoyed it. You take care, and I hope I'll see you soon.